Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie. No. Yeah, I wanted to make a vlog yesterday, but I came home pretty late from work. Well, not from work. I went out with a friend to eat and drink something. And I kind of felt a little bit, everything was aching. I didn't feel that good. So I came home, I just laid down, watched some house, and was like, yeah, I can do this vlog today. So it shouldn't matter. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk about the recent edition of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. They are planning to make a movie of Five Nights at Freddy's, Warner Bros. So I can't say I'm surprised. It came off to a surprise because it was just like bam there. But yeah. I honestly think it could be a pretty decent horror movie. I say that in regards to the recent horror movies that I watched, who sucked pretty hard. That's the thing. The story of Five Nights at Freddy's is pretty decent. My main gripe, and I mentioned this in all of the games, is around night 2 or 3, if you're playing the first time or if you're playing normally, you don't look for extra stuff. You just try to survive and beat the game. But a lot of this game is subtle. You know what I'm talking about. It's not, hell, except the jump scares, they are kinda in your face. The story itself isn't. And there's often times where some smallish things change on the cameras during the days. I think in the first Five Nights at Freddy's, some newspaper clippings about child murder pop up later, soonish or later, and then there's this Golden Freddy's thing going on. And the timeline, apparently, the first game is actually in the second. The second game is the first, and the third is, well, the last. Timeline-wise, according to the game theory guy, it kind of makes sense. Of course, it's a theory, but judging from, I mean, in the first game, you hear the guardsman actually dying, the guy who makes the recordings for you, eh? And in the second game, he's still there. So that kind of implies that it's before the first game. Eh? It kind of makes sense. Like I said, I think it can be a pretty decent movie. It has good atmosphere the first 2 days until the repetitive nature of the game comes in. Then it starts bothering me. But if they can get this creepy stuff going on, I can see some guy like doing one night, and the first night he hears something and suddenly stuff is laying around and he suspects that somebody is in the house or so, and then after the other nights, or perhaps he has some interaction with one of the animatronics, but he just thinks it's silly or so. I don't know, I guess it can work out. I'm fairly certain it can work out. Unless they just make the movie just jump scares. I hate that. But in my opinion, the games have a pretty decent mood in. One thing they do have to, that's why they can't be in your face like all the time. That kind of something that bothers me in the games at all. Why your protagonist or your character actually does this job. I mean, he gets $120 for 1 week. And I mean, the first day is okay. The second day, when they actually start going after you, I wouldn't come here for the third day. You know, I wouldn't come there for the third day. That would be kind of silly. But yeah, I would say pretty decent idea. So Samuel asked me to talk about why the game got so popular. I honestly don't know. I heard of this game from back from Who's on one of my regulars on the stream. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that people like PewDiePie and Markiplier had quite a lot of influence in the success of this game. I mean, I don't watch PewDiePie. I kind of sometimes watch Markiplier. I kind of like him. I'm pretty sure both are pretty decent people, so that's not judging their characters or something. But I feel they are making a huge show out of this. I mean, okay, I heard that Markiplier really is a scaredy cat, and he really gets scared quite easily, but I mean, unless I have nerves of steel, I didn't see this. Of course, I overdid it during the games too, but usually it didn't faze me like that. Like, ah! And I have to, then again, I don't want to scream now since I moved. Because my neighbors may hear me. They may hear me. What the fuck? So I don't know. But yeah, I think Five Nights at Freddy's, it's a movie I would watch. I wouldn't go to the cinema. I definitely wouldn't go into the cinema with that movie, but I think I would watch it. I would, if it's on Amazon Prime or so, like for $6 or so, I would watch it. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It may sound silly, but this kind of feels like, because the game is not really a game, that's the thing, or it's not so gamey-ish, they can't really fuck up. That's the thing. I mean, let's look at other older movie adaptations. I mean, out of Street Fighter, yeah, they tried sorta to keep it in. Nah, not really. Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter wouldn't have been. Then again, there was this animated movie that was pretty good. So I guess if you can make animated movies, I think the main problem with Street Fighter is there was no like real special effects except the bison stuff. There was no sonic boom going on or so. I think, was there something in an animated movie? I haven't watched the animated movie in quite some time. I should actually watch it. The same with Mortal Kombat, though I have to say I kind of liked the first Mortal Kombat. It was okay. I should move my mouse cursor off. It was quite okay. Well, compared to other movie adaptations. We don't talk about Mortal Kombat 2 here. we just don't. We just don't. What other movie adaptations were there? Yeah, I watched the first Silent Hill. I kinda liked it. Considering the first game had a lot of I have to admit I never played the first Silent Hill. I played the second, the third, the fourth, and I actually did play Homecoming. I didn't play. What was the other Silent Hill with the trucker? I forgot it. Anyways, I kind of liked the first Silent Hill movie. I didn't like the second one. I watched it recently. It was bad. In my opinion, it was bad. The third game didn't focus so much on this cult like they did in the movie. So yeah, not that happy. What other movie adaptation? I think there was a Dead or Alive thing. I never played Dead or Alive, so can't talk about that. Other movie adaptations. I think I just burned most of them out of my brain because usually it doesn't mesh too well. Like you have this movie and then they make a game out of it, or you have a game and they make a movie out of it, because they are just totally different mediums. That's the thing. It's you have a lot longer pacing going on usually in games. I mean, people expect a game to go like 8 hours. You can have a lot more character interaction and story build up. I mean, they could make a series out of a game that would work. Well, depends on the game, of course. I think there was a Mortal Kombat series that was okayish. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was okay. But yeah, I guess it depends. So like I said, I couldn't imagine this game because the most that I played these games was 2 hours. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. I would say Five Nights at Freddy's is something. It may work out. It may actually work out. I would be happy about that. Well, anyways, second topic. The second topic is I want to shill or talk about a website I came across thanks to the Gamergate thingy. A disclaimer, yes, well, ethics, no, ethical behavior. I talk a lot to the editor-in-chief, Mariana Lysander, and we talk a lot, let's say it this way. I would call her an internet friend, something like that. So, yeah. And she has a website, or more people actually contributed to the website, that reviews games. And one of the big things she's on about, which I personally think is quite important, is the policies. They are pretty after this whole ethics, like ethic code. Every review, even if they got the game for free, if they got it donated, they mention it, they talk about it. Neutral here. Let's take Space Base. Read more. Read the review. Let's read the review. I don't read the review, but yeah. Editor's note: Maya's copy of this game was provided free of charge as a gift by a reader. They mentioned that because it does influence you. It does influence, this of course does influence, like, oh, yes, I will give it a good review now because, wow, it's awesome. But if I get a game for free, it's different than if I had paid for it. And that's kind of the thing that I think it's important to mention. If you review a game, if you support a game, if you suggest a game, if you recommend a game, every tie should be disclosed. If you're there's a totally I take your word totally different if you review a game or if you review a game of a friend. Of course, I mean, you are biased then. Even if you get a game for free from the developer. That's why when I did the review for brain Forever Lost, of the 2 games that I reviewed, I mentioned that I got the game for free because I felt it was pretty hard to judge, even though it's just $3. It was just $3 that the game cost. It was pretty hard to judge, like, would I have bought it? I mean, I recommended it. I like the games, and I think I got like 3 hours of value out of that. I can't remember anymore, but it was definitely, you get your money out of that. I just don't know if I had ever bought it, because I just don't buy games on the iPad. That's kind of the thing. And so it is totally different if you get the game for free and test it out for free and then recommend it based on that. So, well, there you go. And that's why I think, Highland Arrow is quite an underground site. I hope it gets bigger. I may, also a disclaimer, I may be doing videos for them. I mentioned this in one of my recent vlogs that I plan on doing some... Did I mention this? I think I mentioned it. Plan on doing some review stuff for old games. Kind of like Total Biscuit does. Like a 30-minute first impression video of some good old games. Or even games I played. So focus on this thing a little bit more. And I may upload them to, of course YouTube, but also where Mariana wants it. And yeah. Like I said, nothing too big. It's not set in stone yet because I first of all I need time, and I told her I kind of wanted to make a few backlogs first before I start uploading them. It would be like a bi-weekly thing, perhaps something like that. And yeah, so if you want some, I read a few. Even a weapon here, free gift copy. If you want some open reviewer who tells you what's up. They also don't have a point system. Because in my opinion, point systems are stupid. Point systems are so ridiculously unnecessary. In my opinion. You get like here, and then here, if you, the final word, recommended, neutral, not recommended. And here's the Huggy's avatar. I think that's more important than some point system. I mean, how do you judge a game like that? Not to mention, most of the time, 7 is already bad. So, unless a game has a 10, a 9, or an 8, it's bad. So, you might as well go break it down to 3 numbers. And in the end, it's like, would you recommend this game to someone? Would somebody enjoy it? I think Price oh yes, and she's also Operation Supply Drop is pretty important for her. Something I may also support. But where was I? Oh yes, if the site looks a little bit funky, sometimes I am in a window at the moment, so it may be like that. What did I want to say? I think if I would make a review score system or something like that, I would be like, would I recommend it to someone who likes these kind of games? Would I recommend it to someone who doesn't like these games? Would I recommend it to someone who is neutral to these games? Like the genre, like that's why reviewing is hard, and that's why it pisses me off that most imbeciles review in Kotaku and Polygon and whatever they are called, and most people they kind of simply hate that job. Simply hate it. That's why they suggest 12-minute games or are suggesting to have shorter games. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's have 2-hour games for $60. That's the thing. That's what people want. Less entertainment. Anyways, it's kind of hard to make a review and to suggest stuff. That's why I don't do it. that's why I would do it kind of like TB. Just a quick, how is the game? How does it feel? Is it good? It could suck down the end after 20 hours or so. Then I don't know, but yeah. But if you make a review, you should play this game, you should beat the game, and you should make a decision based on this. I mean, there are a lot of games where, yeah, I would even say they would be better if they were like 1 or 2 hours shorter, but these are usually 10, 20, 12-hour games, and sometimes they just drag on, and I hate dragging on video games. Anyways, you have reviews, you have previews, a soapbox in case some stuff comes up. Quite interesting. And yeah, and of course you can subscribe to them. Supporters get reviews a few days before it goes on the official site, and it helps them to keep this going. It's a good thing. It may support me soonish. Sort of. Yeah. Anyways, there's not much else to talk about, to be quite honest. Let's go back to my logo. Bam, bam. There we go. Yay, the happy cat. As you may have realized, I kicked FTL out of the weekly upload schedule. Mostly because I was already on the brink of it. I didn't want to kick it. But then the last time I was like, yeah, I just spent more than 1.5 hours on one video, and I could have done almost the whole week in that regard. So yeah, no. I played Darkest Dungeon 2 times, and then 4 times a different game that may change. I may implement another game, perhaps, if I find something worthwhile of playing. About Dwarf Fortress, I decided to not play it immediately. I have to learn the game a lot more, and I think my main problem with Dwarf Fortress is that it takes so long to get going until the interesting stuff happens, like sieges and stuff like that, or like killing big monsters, and then you can still die pretty fast. I kind of like my roguelikes, like pick up and play, kind of like Isaac. You don't have to build up your character in Isaac first until you get to the harder levels, like, or it doesn't take like 20 hours until, kind of like with Gnomoria. In Gnomoria, it also kind of pissed me off. That's why I think I would stream Dwarf Fortress. That would be something. But I wouldn't Let's Play it. It doesn't feel like a Let's Playing game for me. I'm not... If nothing happens all the time, then I'm just... I live with the game. I need the game to throw stuff at me that I can work with to make it funny and interesting. That's why I don't think that Dwarf Fortress actually works out for me. Anyways, and yeah, Hector is done. Hector episode 1 is done. There is episode 2 and 3. I played a little bit, watched a Let's Play of 2. I don't know anything about 3, so I'm quite interested in that. Other than that, I am going to Let's Play the new game this week. I dropped some hints, and I'm fairly certain some people already know what I'm going to play, but yeah, it will be interesting. I will record some videos today, some more. I have 3, I think. Let me check. I also have to record more Darkest Dungeon today. But we shall see. No, not Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon should be empty. I still have... What? 6? Darkest Dungeon. Come on, show me. Show me the money! Damn it. Anyways, I should have uploaded Darkest Dungeon Part 6. And the new... I have only 3, yeah, I need 1 more video. So 2 videos Darkest Dungeon, 1 video of the new Let's Play. Perhaps I will record more, so I have some backlog going on. I'm also considering... I may actually show this. Or, I don't know, perhaps. Nah, I won't show it. I have quite a lot of videos with copyright claims on them. Nothing too serious, mostly because I don't monetize these videos. It's the Jacked Alliance 2 Let's Play, like complete Jacked Alliance 2 Let's Play. That is hit because of the music. Because the artist of this awesome music soundtrack decided to put it into the YouTube find search engine, whatever. So I may delete the old Jacked Alliance 2 Let's Play, and I may redo it. I was thinking of doing like a challenge, like only 3 or 4 people challenge, or perhaps a single player. I don't think you can beat Jacked Alliance 2 with only 1 character, unless you'd go like reloading mad. Perhaps I will also do like some sort of Iron Man, that I don't reload during a mission. Would make it more interesting, perhaps. I don't know. Well, yeah. So Jacked Alliance will most likely get rid of. Batman Forever got flagged. This kind of pisses me off. I may also get rid of all my Nintendo Let's Plays, because Nintendo is like, you need to pay us, or we take some of your money if you actually do this. So I honestly don't want to support Nintendo in this regard anymore by making Let's Plays of their videos. Strangely, my whole Zelda videos aren't My whole Zelda videos aren't only 2 of them, and I let's play it all. Oh, that's kind of strange. Fatal Frame, The Tormented, Part 40. What? Who? Pony Canyon. Your face is Pony Canyon. Anyways. So I may delete these Let's Plays if you want to. You can download them or so if you want to preserve them and archive them into the great Alana Whale Let's Play archive. I don't know. I do whatever you want. Play with it. Play with your. do it. Anyways, yeah, that kind of works. So I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see each other soon. So take care and hit the like button.